Well, Nintendo is being a comically evil corporation yet again by suing the developers of Palworld, which launched to resounding success earlier this year in 2024. It's kind of interesting given the disparity in how much they want from Pocket Pair, which is a Japanese company, compared to what they can do outside of Japan against both individuals and entities. For example, Nintendo sued emulators such as Yuzu developer Tropic Haze for $2.4 million, Ryujin X ended its development after Nintendo contacted them. Gary Bowser, who of course was a involved hacker in Team Executor, spent 40 months in prison and had to pay, and still paying off, by the way, almost a $15 million fine. The latest gamer to be hit, of course, kind of fucked around and found out with Nintendo. Although I still say the punishment is way too much for what they were doing. I mean, almost what is it, $7.5 million under the Copyright Act that Nintendo is wanting damages and compensation for. $150,000 in damages alone for each alleged violation of Nintendo's rights under the Copyright Act. And you're familiar with Nintendo as a company, it's kind of rich. But yeah, anyway, let's go back to the Palworld developer revealing more information about what Nintendo wants. So Nintendo and the Pokemon Company won 5 million yen minimum, which is approximately almost $33,000 each, plus late payment damages. So initially it's going to be probably about $66,000 total. But of course, there'll be more potential charges down the line from Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. And they also wanted an injunction against Palworld that would block its release. Now, the reason why I brought up the disparity in between Palworld's developers, Pocket Pair, and the individuals or other entities that are not Japanese is that it's very clear to anyone seeing this, based on the patents that they are arguing over infringes upon Nintendo or the Pokemon world, is that it's a very clear, incredibly transparent suppression attempt of competitors. Palworld had so much money after launch that its developers didn't know what to do with that money. Palworld became just as popular, one could argue, as Pokemon at the peak of their launch. Palworld, despite having similar artwork and, of course, similar concepts or designs or gameplay mechanics, like throwing a spherical object at something to capture it, is competition. There's a reason why they're doing this. Nintendo's not an idiot. Nintendo's not made of idiots. Nintendo is very purposefully trying to suppress not just Palworld, but future games that could infringe on what they think is exclusive concepts to Pokemon. Essentially is what's going on here. They have 3 patents that they're arguing over. And we're going to go over some of them. We have over here patents number 7545191 through 7493117, 7528390. And if you scroll through some of these things that they're arguing about or arguing for, they're comparing spheres in Palworld, I believe is what they're called, to Pokemon balls. I mean, it's kind of egregious to me in the sense that no racing game, no shooter, no MMO even would try to sue each other based on very general concepts. Now, admittedly, I think a lot of people did think there was a huge similarity in the artwork. So that's the surprising part to me, that they're not trying to go after Palworld's developer Pocket Pair for the artwork, which, as the article kind of tries to demonstrate, there are very close similarities. But I think that would have been a trickier thing for Nintendo's lawyers to pursue compared to a gameplay mechanic. I think what this does is establish a dangerous precedent for game companies in general that will try to suppress competition, saying, no, you can't release this game, you can't publish this game, you can't make money off of this game. If you do, give me your money because my game had it first, supposedly. So it's just a really icky situation, and just shows that Nintendo is just really in it for the money here. I mean, very clearly, if the obvious had to be stated here. But yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.